Hey everyone, the battle we forestalled twice has finally happened, so let's get into the Battle of Stone Serpent Bridge. The ambush laid last time was sprung. Fazl, hidden in the mud, let the raider cavalry above fall into the trap of his insects. The forces moved into position as they had been prepared to, and chaos erupted on all sides. As the raiders realized they were in for a real battle. The main of the enemy forces had been caught out in a column formation on the north side of the bridge, with about a third of their forces just completely unable to engage and stuck on the south side. As the forces clash, the bridge is taken by Boyozidon to his lava and his Yama Jaegers, funneling the enemy into a tight fight to try and reach the rest of them. The fighting is fierce and arrow fire rakes the enemy's column, and crossbow bolts come back in response as the masses of the Emerald forces reveal themselves from hiding and the Gold try to reply. It's a chaotic scene and sets the stage for a climactic duel as the Foot gangs face off against one another. Fazl is flying to the scene, but will arrive a round late as he's in the midst of the river after emerging from the mud to slay the Raider cavalry commander. Li Wei reveals himself and issues challenge alongside the arrival of Vienna to take down the enemy Foot gang. On their side, the Golds have Conrad, the reluctantly raiding noble, Sferan's the Zilfung berserker driven by hate, calling out intending to slaughter Yannick, as Conrad tries to give a mournful call to battle with a man who he would have befriended in another life, and Charles the Rondel rides as his liege's screaming roguish ritter. The fight quickly gets split as Iki, the bodyguard, is deployed to keep Sferange out of the fight. Li Wei uses magic and quick moves to lock down Charles Lot, and Yannick comes to clash with Conrad. There's a great gnashing of teeth and hurling of anger, but after the blows are traded and Yannick is knocked to his feet, Conrad bids him to stand, so he can be struck down on his feet. But Yannick instead strikes from the dirt. After a dishonorable interruption by an enemy ritter, Iki is struck by a charging horse and forced from the field for a moment. Siraj takes his opportunity to overtake Yannick and nearly beats him down. But his companions fly to his side, the sickles of Fazl coming in from the rear finally, and ultimately it's a returning Iki who puts her down, a swift goodbye and a sure decapitation. Charles Lot tries to evacuate his unconscious liege, but he goes down. All that done, the rest of the battle plays out. The battle rakes the roadside. Emerald and Gold face one another on uneven footing, matchups varying on types and position, giving different rates of damage. A few of the Emerald units break, but no company is fully knocked out of the fighting. Meanwhile, the Golds suffer serious routs as they are choked out on the road. A few of the hill ambushers are heavily outnumbered, however, would have routed if not for Eikon von Ortel holding the line with his command. What enemies remain across the river retreat, while those to the north scatter in the collapse. It's a full rout of the enemy, and efforts are made to save the lives of the wounded, although it is largely for naught, as they lack adequate supply of herb and bandage. Yannick vows to fix this as he sees his soldiers die upon the field after the fighting is over. The party briefly returned to Three Hill with their prisoner in tow, but after a short while, Vio has arranged for a court case. The summer elf known as Halion, an arbiter entrusted with investigating and enforcing matters of imperial law, has arrived. He instructs them to keep Conrad in their custody until such time as they have been transported to the imperial court at Riatz, where a magistrate will decide his fate. The group has a lot riding on this outcome. The Gold Rose have violated the imperial blood feud injunction between the two families, and now it has come to this. If Ottred Gold is proven guilty of violating the matter as head of the family, he'll lose it all. Their province is stripped and granted to local nobility. It would be the ruin of the house. Conrad has been caught out definitively, and Yannick urges him to do the right thing for his people. Unfortunately, that backfires a little as Conrad, the one caught red-handed, claims he merely interpreted his father's frustrations to mean he should raid the Emeralds with no official orders to do so. He takes a sentence to be imprisoned in the capital instead of his family losing their lands. And the verdict is further given by the magistrate that the time of the blood feud injunction shall not be extended until both Ottred and Yannick are dead. Back at the keep, Von Boss sisters come to try and get married to Li Wei and or Yannick. Scordian refugees arrive, fleeing war in the north, and ask for lands in return for vowing themselves to serve as vassals. And the Vyungar can also come with a sprightly princess in tow, unwed and of age with Yannick, to add to the pool of marriageables. Li Wei and Fazl conspire on putting on an emerald bachelor, while new decisions pile in. Will they create a mint? How will they fare exchanging gifts with wandering Torgo merchants? Will they invest in a school for naval architecture? All this and more got decided rapid fire at session's end just before they learned of this fun fact. Worms have ravaged the countryside, and they are believed to be coming from the fabled Valley of Dragons. It is believed that only the Emerald Rose can reach this place and quell the incursion. So, that was this past session. We're looking at the finale this coming Sunday. Overall, I think the battle ran long in the tooth, and I could have done a lot of tightening it up, but my focus is going to be on prepping the Dragon Valley adventure to really ram home and be a solid finale.